just roll. Roll into it. Check myself out in the mirror. Giving me hair life.
Yes,
though.
all the lives.
My name is Shantell. Welcome to Unapologetically Jesus Christ. That's one thing you'll learn about me when I record. I have a lot of a lot of fuck ups.
Who you telling?
Let me get my water. I forgot it because, you know, the bitch mouth gets dry. Welcome to Unapologetically Queer. Hello, my lovely queers. If you come across this video for the first time, I do not own it. It is ran by my lovely friend, Franklin, who is recording me right now. And this is just a very queer positive space ran by a person of color and talks about the real shit. So this is going to be a series, right?
Yes.
Interview series. And if you like the video, please do like the video, give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe to not miss any content and ring the notification bell.
Actually, we'll give them like 5 seconds.
Okay, 5 seconds of what?
For them to subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I'll give you some time to go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Oh, yes.
Great. Thank you. So Franklin is going to ask me a series of questions. I have absolutely no idea what these questions are, and I'm going to answer them as openly and honestly as I can.
Awesome. So the first question is, can you tell us any salient identities that you have?
One more time.
Any salient identities?
Salient.
It could be intersectional, any identities that are important to
salient?
You. Any important
Because you're going to stop playing me.
Would you like me to ask again?
Master's level words?
Do not even. Okay.
No, I want you to leave that shit in there. Salient identities. Excuse me, NYU. Masters, okay?
Oh.
For us bachelorette. Like the Bachelor. Anyway. For us bachelor, Jesus, that is a... For us bachelor level and unders out there, salient means...
important.
Thank you.
Dear to you.
Any of my identities that I value. Okay. Salient identities. Black, queer, fat, femme, woman-ish, and for some people femme is synonymous with woman, but it's really not. I also identify as non-conforming, gender non-conforming, and I'm still figuring out what that means to me exactly, but I don't identify as cis and I don't identify as trans. And for a lot of people, it is just a binary. You're either cis, and whatever's not cis, they consider trans, but that's not how I get down, and that's not how I identify myself. So I consider myself a very gray area individual in a lot of different ways. So just a little bit of backstory, I guess. A little bit of backstory to that identity. I'm a signer, ASL, sign language, for those of you that don't know American Sign Language. So bilingual, but specifically signer. Working on that multilingual status, but right now I'm only bilingual. I only have those 2 languages under my belt.
F it up.
And both of those are still growing, even because salient.
Oh my gosh.
Learning English. And I am constantly trying to improve my ASL skills. So anything else? Spiritual. Still on that journey. Probably will forever be on that journey, hopefully, right? Spiritual journey. I think hidden. Mental health advocate. I say that as a person coping with depression, coping with anxiety, and a couple other things, but those are like the main... Depression is the main thing that I am constantly working to work with and overcome. So detaching stigma from that and other diagnoses or whatever, that's always something that I'm doing, small scale, large scale, whichever. But I speak very proudly about my diagnosis and about my treatment and recovery. And yeah, I think I got it all now.
Cute.
Did you say cute?
No, I said thank you.
I was like, oh, thank you. Both.
Is there any? Have you had any challenges with any of your identities?
God, all of them.
Oh, for real. Hello.
You mean all of them? Being challenged on my blackness since I was a kid because of the way I speak, because of the way I act, because I act white, I speak white, I enunciate, you name it. Like, been being challenged on that since I can remember, because I went to a private school growing up and dictation was important. And that's something that I value, and I don't consider that white. But a lot of people do, especially growing up in neighborhoods like I did. So that's theirs to work out, though. That's not mine to carry, and I don't. So I'm proud of being black, and I'm proud of being educated, and I'm proud of the way I talk, and I am proud that I am a code switcher. And it's not something that's phony. It's just adapting to my environment. And I am me at all times. So that's really something that is important to me. Queerness, always a journey. I'm pretty much queer in like almost every aspect you can think of. So hitting obstacles with that externally, sometimes internally, but for the most part it's external versus me. Also under that, I would put my polyamorous, non-monogamous identity, which a lot of people don't understand, but it's not something that I hide. It's not something that I shy away from. It's something that I talk openly about. And if people have questions, then that's cool, but what I don't deal with a lot is disrespect. So when people try and come at me from that way, then I'm like, oh, that's where the boat starts to rock. Fat. Need I say more? And just the way people think about people who are larger, right? Because not everybody gets down with the term fat, and I respect that. So trying to find something all-encompassing, like community, like people of size, right? Not everyone equivalates that with being healthy or caring about yourself, treating yourself well. People think because you're bigger you hate yourself, and for a long time I did, because I was a heavy kid and I've been in this body my entire life, and it's for the majority of my life I've been overweight, and I dealt a lot with that, and I dealt a lot with hating myself. And the journey to loving myself happened after I had given myself so much shit, because that's what everybody else did, and that's what I was used to, and that's what I thought I deserved. And I realized that I don't deserve that, and it had to change with me. So that's been a journey in itself. And just working to, break down stereotypes on all fronts, literally all fronts, especially being non-conforming, having my non-conforming identity, because I am feminine presenting most of the time, and I don't want to be all the time that I am, but I am sometimes out of convenience, and I am working a lot on that aspect of myself. But so that's what I mean when I say, like, internally there's some stuff, but for the most part, a lot of it is external. And I mean, I could go on, but I won't.
Okay, so the last question is, are there any things that you would want, like, society to challenge themselves on in relation to your identities? And it doesn't have to be queer identity. It can be I mean, they're all interconnected anyways, but
Yeah.
look,
I'm
cis,
all me all
right?
the time. Society, and when I say society, I mean everyone, because we are all society. We make up society. Granted, like, the majority is what we think of when we say society, and for the most part, those are the if it were like a food chain, because apparently that's like the first thing that came to mind. The majority is always going to be at the top of the food chain. But just because you're not part of the majority doesn't mean that you don't have responsibility as well. And so, something for us all to do constantly is to challenge our own biases and confront them. First of all, admit to them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. I would think, in my opinion, it means that you're a bad person, that you don't confront them and that you don't acknowledge them and you just pretend like nothing's wrong. That would be more indicative of you being a bad person, in my opinion. But anyway, just acknowledging that you're not always right. Other people can have a difference of opinion, and that does not inherently make them wrong all the time. But sometimes people are just wrong. That is what it is. Humans are human. And I could get into it, but I think that should be something else for a different day. But people are human. Everybody is human. You cannot take someone's humanity from them simply because you don't think that they are human, or you don't think they deserve humanity or the respect that you give people like you, who are the ones that you consider human. Sometimes they're the only ones you consider human. And that's not right. So, like, one of the steps in unpacking that and reworking that is admitting, acknowledging that you have a bias. Your bias is not right. Sometimes your implicit bias is at work and you don't even realize it. But when you notice that you're doing things, call yourself on it. When other people call you on things, our initial reaction a lot of the time is to be on the defense. So just take a deep breath, take a step back, and look at it from their point of view, because fuck, maybe they're right. And you're not always right. And be accepting of the difference in other people. Not everyone's going to be the same as you. As much as I hate the word tolerance, and I really, really hate it for a lot of reasons. So I don't want to be tolerated. I want to be respected. So I don't want to be tolerated. I want to be respected. But for some people, being tolerant of a person is synonymous with being respectful of the person, which is cool if that's the way you see it, but it's not the way that I see it all the time. Like, tolerance is like, I'm gonna tolerate you while you're around, like while you're in my presence. Like, I'm not gonna do anything outwardly harmful or hateful, but just know, I don't respect that shit. Like, I have ill taste for what you do or for who you are. So something about me that I'm really relentless about is I demand to be respected. Along with that, though, I give respect, which is real difficult sometimes. But just because you respect someone doesn't always mean you have to be passive and accept their bullshit. Not what that means. Sometimes respect is just like, I see you, you see me. I know we disagree. I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. I'm just going to say we disagree and leave that there. And respectfully, I'm going to not engage. I'm not going to associate. And I'm going to move on. But I'm going to keep speaking my truth. And I'm going to keep speaking what I believe. And you're obviously going to do the same. To respect someone is not to say that you won't face opposition, that you won't face challenge, that you won't get upset. Because I get upset. Fall into that trope sometimes. But I'm not going to be someone I am not because of stereotypes said. So, whatever you took from that response, Franklin,
That was good.
is what I meant.
Yes.
But so I guess it's hard for me to constrict it down to any concise one thing, because I can like blanket one thing or put it in a package, but then there's like a lot of little packages inside that one big package. So there's a lot to unpack. And I can talk for hours. You know I can talk for hours. So I'll just leave it where it's left. Any more questions?
No, that was all. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Yes.
You can follow me on social media. I'm around. I do have a YouTube channel. I have two, but one is active right now. It is Thebestdamngoals. I am on a weight loss and health journey. Feel free to follow me there. I'm also on Instagram. My general Instagram is Thebestdamnnonsense. Spelled like it sounds. I don't know. It's all spelled correctly, no spaces. And then my weight loss and health Instagram is Thebestdamngoals as well. So Franklin will link it below.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I got you.
If you have anything to say that you agree with, disagree with, want to give me input on or Franklin input on, add it down in the comments. Let's engage in conversation. Really love conversation. Like enhancing my awareness, my knowledge, my spirit. I'm really big into feeding my spirit. So if you want to add any of that, if you want to disagree, if you want to debate, let me know. Swing through, send me a message, send me a comment. I will look at it and respond. I watch Franklin's videos, supporting your friends.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, support it. I mean, I'll be around. I'm always around. And so, yeah. If you liked what I had to say, like the video. If you didn't like what I had to say, like it anyway. And subscribe. Thanks, guys. And thank you, Franklin. Or thanks, y'all. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like guys are so like, centric language.
Yes, preach.
Stresses me. But
We'll say it together.
Oh, okay. Do you want to come in the camera then?
And remember to always be unapologetically queer. See you on the next video.